Hi everyone, I am Dr. Rama and I welcome you all again to my YouTube channel. I think I'm here after a long time, and as far as I remember, last time I discussed about the topic of sampling, types of sampling. So in this video today I'm going to discuss with you about the type of research. So as you all already know about what is research all about, what is sampling all about, what are the types of sampling. Now let's have some discussion on what is actually the type of research, right? See, generally in social sciences we use three major types of research, that is, one is qualitative research, second is the quantitative research, and the third is the mixed research. But overall, there are the types of research is divided into the three categories, right? You can find this in many books, and several books define it in their own way, right? So based on the different categories, there are three different categories, right? The first category is the application. Based on the application, there are the categories of research. Based on the objectives, there are another types of research, and again based on the inquiry mode, there are the types of research. Now when you talk about the first category, that is based on application. Now when I talk about the first category of research, the first is based on application. So applied research is the first type of research under this. So as the term reveals, applied means you are applying something, right? So a research technique, procedure and methods that form a kind of body, right? That is actually applied to a research methodology, right? Policy formation, administration, enhancement of understanding of a kind of phenomena is applied, right? So you are actually trying to use a kind of research technique on a kind of method that is already formed or is already worked on, and now you are trying to apply something to it, apply your concept to it, apply your idea to it. Maybe it is on a policy that is framed, right? Or any piece of document on which you want to give some kind of your feedback, or rather some kind of viewpoint you want to express on, right? Because you have worked on something, you have found out something on that, right? So overall you can say it as it is a research technique, procedure, right, and methods that form the body of the research. Okay, the second category of research under this category of application is the pure research, right? So pure, as the term reveals, again pure is something very pure, right? There is no mixture just a joke. So it is something, a kind of concept that you are bringing out, right? It is a task that is very intellectually challenging, right? And specialized concept that you are bringing out of your work. But it has some facts, right, on which you have already worked on. So pure research is adding something to an existing body of knowledge. For example, you are developing something, right? You are developing something, you are examining something, right? But some kind of verification. So now you are bringing out the concept, right? That is very pure because you have some facts behind. Okay, refinement of something, and this is pure research. So what's the basic difference between pure research and applied research? Applied research is solving the life's problem, right? Pure research is somewhat expanding the current knowledge, right? So the difference between applied and the pure research can also be differentiated on the point like Applied research has a specific scope, pure research has a wider scope, right? So that's the major difference, and that's the two major research under application based. Now second, the category based on objective. So under this category there are four types of research. One is descriptive research, second is correlational research, third is exploratory research, and fourth is explanatory research. Now what is descriptive research all about? So descriptive, as the term reveals, describing anything, right? So describing systematically with a system. Obviously research will always take you through a part of system, through a step-by-step process, right? So it describes systematically a system, to say systematically a situation, problem, phenomena, service, program, anything as such. So you just want to understand about the Dory system in India, and you are just trying to elaborate on it, finding out something. Could be descriptive research, because you are working on some kind of social practices in our country, right? That and then you will bring out some more points about why it is not accepted, right? And what are the governmental rules on such type of systems, right? And why it is prohibited, and likewise, right? So another thing could be a situation, right? Why economic crisis happens after pandemic, right? Or why India was suffering through, or why India was undergoing through an economic crisis after the pandemic, right? So you are studying a situation, you are going to do on some kind of working on something, right? So and then you are describing it through step-by-step processes, right? So this is descriptive, right? Or any kind of service that is being provided in India or any country, right? You are working on that, or any kind of program, what this program is all about, right? So there are several governmental programs in our country, so you are just trying to describe on something, just give an overview of that particular thing which people may not know. That is describing, descriptive. Second type of research is exploratory research. Again, the term says exploratory is exploring something, right? It says you are trying, the objective is to explore an area, right? Exploring a kind of area which is less known to people, right? The tribals living in the country, northeastern states, so that could be part of exploratory research. Next comes the explanatory research. Now again, what explanatory says? Explanatory says that you are trying to explain something, right? So explaining is what? Clarifying the doubts, right? Explaining is what? Sorting out some kind of problem, giving some valuable points to the people, right? So in explanatory, why there is poverty in a particular region, right? Several other factors could be. So you are trying to clarify. Now when it comes to correlational, you are actually relating, right? So establishing an existence of a relationship, association, interdependence between the two or more situation, that is said to be as the correlational. So explanatory is answer to why and how. Correlational is simply defining the relationship between the two aspects or variable. Last category is inquiry mode. So under the inquiry mode, there are two categories, quantitative and qualitative. So quantitative is what? Quantitative is something based on quantity, on some numerical factor that can be counted, on some kind of calculation that can be worked on, some kind of statistical tool that you need to apply to your findings, I mean to your methods, right? to bring out some more findings, some accurate result, that is quantitative. Now on the other hand, what is qualitative? Qualitative is studying on the quality, right? Qualitative is, this again connected to the nature, behavior, a behavioral pattern, or you can say it as the culture, or more specifically you can say it as the values, things like that are qualitative. So on the basis of these factors you can judge a quality. For example, what are my qualities, right? So you can say the nature. Secondly, you can say anything, whatever you think, the behavior, right? The talking style, or you can say it as interaction between the other person, anything. So judging someone's quality is based on the overview, what you can observe from your eyes, by talking to them, by communicating to them, right? Again, on the other hand, quantitative is only based on quantity, right? Especially when you are doing a kind of survey and you are going through a sampling technique, right? Collecting data, right? And then you are calculating on the base of with the help of some kind of statistical tools to find out the result, right? So I hope this session was helpful for you, and we'll meet again in the next session. Till then, have a great day ahead.